Hey, good morning, my friends. It's Wednesday, September 25th, 9:02 Central, and we are about to get it started. We're going to go less philosophical today, more technical. I'm going to talk to you about how to do some really cool stuff with AI bots. Even being a techie, I have to admit, I haven't dug into this world a lot, but I am in it more and more and more, and I see more and more value for my customers, so I'm diving in head first. We're going to dabble today. We're not going too deep. We're going to dabble so you can at least see the possibilities. So make sure you share the show. Stay tuned, and we'll see you here in just a couple of minutes. Good morning, my first time watchers. Good morning for my loyal people who watch all the time. Welcome to the Stop Doing Nothing show with Patrick Allman, where we talk about life and marketing and lead generation and tech and all the cool things you need to do to be an internet badass in your business, okay? You need leads, I got leads. You need marketing, I got marketing. We're going to talk all that kind of stuff. But first of all, who the heck am I? My name is Patrick Allman, and I run a marketing agency here in Oklahoma City. I've been doing it for a couple decades, 2, 3, 4 decades. Well, I guess 4 decades. I would have had to start when I was a teenager, so probably not 4 decades. But yeah, we run Stop Doing Nothing Media here, and our focus is helping businesses get organized, get them all lined up in a CRM, make their life as automated as possible so they can spend as little time in front of the keyboard as possible. Because, as much as we love our laptops and our computers, there are more fun things out there on the beach, at the Star Wars experience in Florida, which I've been to, on the Venice Pier, where you can get an absolutely disgusting hot dog that tastes amazing. Or there's a Starbucks by the Venice Pier I've been to before where you can grab like a hot cup of coffee and go out and enjoy the show. If you're a first-time watcher, please make sure you leave a comment down here. And if you think that you are going to want to know more and more marketing knowledge or marketing information over time, go over to YouTube and search for me and subscribe. And I'm going to give you a little bit of adrenaline when you do this. So watch this. This is really cool. I set this up about a week ago. When you subscribe on YouTube, your name will pop up automatically. I think it's right over here in this area. There's like a little invisible square here. And when people subscribe during the show, their name pops up, and it's really cool. It's cool for you. It's cool for me. It helps stroke my ego a little bit bit, which I'm perfectly okay with. And normally, for those of you who are normal watchers of the show, um, you'll notice that oftentimes we'll talk about live things, we'll talk about marketing strategy, we'll talk about marketing philosophy, we'll talk about lead generation, we'll talk about just really good things in life. But today we're going to get a little bit technical. And by a little bit technical means I'm going to be sharing my screen and showing you one of the very cool things that we are doing with AI bots in the world. And this is specifically for those of you who this is going to be really good for those of you who run businesses that are appointment based. Okay, so these are going to be people like roofers or salons or plumbers or coaches or consultants. Basically, businesses like mine where you basically live off of appointments and qualified appointments for people, and you also want to do it without having to massively increase your staff. Because if you need more appointments, oftentimes you have to get an office. Okay, and I know a lot of you are home-based businesses. You have to get an office, you have to get a front desk, you have to make it look all nice and pretty, and that front desk person will sit there. I mean, there's various duties you can give them, but if you want more appointments, that phone's not always ringing. Okay, and sometimes somebody wants to make an appointment god awful early morning time, and sometimes after hours. And you just need to take advantage of technology and figure out how to book more appointments, okay? And how to qualify people, and how to make sure that you can use technology to do this for you. Okay. Now, quick sidestep here. I'm a big avid tech fan. Okay. You wouldn't believe. So you're seeing this camera right here. You wouldn't believe how much technology is on my desk. Okay. I love technology, but only technology that makes my life great. And I've heard a lot of apprehension in this world, in this recent, 3 to 5 years of AI, where people think it sounds fake and it looks fake and it's going to take our jobs and things like that. And like all things, technology is a tool, and you can use it to destroy, your business, or you can use it to build your business. So if you believe that, or even if you're watching, just let me know. Drop a 1 if you're using any kind of new tech or new AI tech in your business. Drop a 1 in the comments down there below. And let me know if you're taking advantage of any of the new stuff that's coming out. Today, we're going to be talking specifically about how to put an AI bot on your business. And 100% disclosure, this is what my business does, okay? I'm an agency, and we help people get more leads. We help people get better leads, okay? And so, yeah, if you're going to, I'll be very transparent with you. If you like what you see today, well, of course, I want you to contact me on social media, on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, any kind of platform out there that we can just help you get more appointments, okay? And I guarantee you it'll be cheaper than hiring a staff member. I promise you it'll absolutely be cheaper, okay? And to that end, today's show, just so you can plan ahead, those of you that watch oftentimes know that we take up to, the show can sometimes be anywhere from half an hour to an hour. Today we're going to really shoot to keep it short because I know a lot of you want to know about this information. I'm really going to aim to keep this a half hour. So we're at 9:10 right now. I want to get into it and try to wrap this up by 9:30. If you are watching and you do have a business, do me a favor and drop that business name in the comments, or at least drop your industry in the comments, because I want to talk a little bit also about how you may take advantage of this. And specifically, we're going to be talking today about my fake salon business. Because when you see Patrick, the first thing you think is, well, that guy probably does hair and owns a salon, right? Yeah. Well, no, that's our demo store today, and that's what we're going to be talking about. And please make sure you keep your coffee hot, because that keeps your brain awake. Or whatever morning concoction you are drinking to get your brain going. Okay, so why do we need, I'm not going to say why do we need more appointments. I guess the answer is why do you want, who would want something like this on their website? Who or why would you want something like this on your website? Okay, what you can do these days is you can train an appointment booking bot, okay, on your business. And that's what I've done. We're going to see here in a little bit. Okay, you're going to train it on your business. You basically write up, how you would write up instructions for like a new front desk person? Well, that's pretty much the way you write up instructions for an AI bot. Okay, you would start by coming up with a text document that says clearly what you do, what you don't do, what you want, what you don't want, and the kind of the way you want it to speak. So let's say you're hiring a new desk person tomorrow and you have to give them instructions on booking appointments. Okay. If it's a salon, you're going to say something like, these are the days we do appointments. These are the times we do appointments. These are the types of things we do. These are the types of things we don't do. Okay. Coaching by Nadia. Nadia, thank you. Paul, man, I saw you RSVP, Paul. Nadia is, I know that name, Nadia. I may have seen a pop up here. I'm not quite sure yet, but I know that name, Nadia. I don't know why. That name sounds really familiar. And Stephen, I always know Stephen. Stephen's a man. So yeah, thanks for commenting, everybody. I appreciate that. I think the comments are delayed based on the words I'm saying. So thank you again for watching. But if any kind of I'm sorry. I was talking about how you train bots. So even I had to learn how to do this when I was in the beginning of bot world. Okay. And you have to be very explicit with what you want it to say, what you don't want it to say, the services you offer, the services you don't offer. Murphy Chamber of Commerce. Oh, that's right, Nadia. I'm speaking to you on this very topic. Oh, goodness gracious. I know, Nadia. I'm speaking to you on this very topic. Well, Nadia, you're getting a preview. So for those of you that don't know, I do, keynote speeches and session speeches. And I totally forgot. That's right, Nadia. I totally forgot that you lined me up with a speaking engagement. And this is basically what my topic is going to be about, Nadia. So you're going to get a heads up. This and probably a little bit more about how to use AI in your business. So goodness gracious. You get a sneak peek or a tease. You can tell me whether or not this is going to be valuable for your group. Okay. So anyways, like I said, you have to write up very explicit instructions, and the reason you want to do this is because these AI bots are getting so good that they can have human-like conversations, okay? And will you be able to tell it's an AI bot? For those of you that are highly technical, probably so. But I'm going to tell you, these LLMs, these large language models, these things are getting better and better every single day. I personally don't ever want to see, DJ, are you watching? I see my buddy DJ joining over on Instagram. I know DJ. These things, in my opinion, are never going to replace human beings. I don't want them to. Okay, I want them for the simpler tasks, the kind of mid to lower salary tasks, the things that we kind of find mundane and we just don't want to really hire for. Okay, so a lot of times, and these things are evolving. Okay, I'm getting ready to share my screen, I promise, but what you have here is these AI tools today. A lot of people are using them to generate content, okay? And I consider that the first level. You can use AI bots to generate blog posts, to generate social media content. You can use all that stuff, okay? It's basically fancy text spinning is what it is for those of you who have been around the technology world. And what I'm about to show you is the next level kind of stuff. So, raise your hand, figuratively speaking, in the comments if you're ready to see this. And I had to get a little bit fancy with my live stream. I had to get a little bit fancy with my live stream today. So let's see if we can get a screen share going here, okay? So press that button and look at that. Whew. For those of you like Steven who've watched before, it's always Patrick on camera. So we're going to go a little bit crazy today. So here's my salon website, okay? And by the way, obviously, if you need a website for any kind of business, let me know and our team can handle it. But we do it as more of like a full circle or as part of a bigger marketing package, okay? We don't just do websites by themselves. We do it more with the marketing package, okay? So here's an example website template for a salon right here. And it's got all the typical stuff here. Let me make sure I can move my mouse over here and scroll. Yeah, so we can scroll up and down here. And again, this is a template that I whipped up or that the software we use, whips up pretty easily. But if you'll notice right down here in the lower right corner, we have our little bot thing, okay? And this bot is one that I've trained and I've been playing with for the past 24 to 48 hours to get this demo ready for you, okay? And so we would add a bot like this to your website, okay? It can be added to a WordPress website. It can be added to a non-WordPress website. We actually have a much better website builder these days than WordPress, so this integrates much better with. But this will integrate with probably any website on the market out there. You Squarespace people, you Wix people, You are not going to be left out. I promise you that. This is kind of funny. I'm trying to figure out exactly where my mouse is here because I've got 3 versions of my screen. So this is it over here, and you can tell I was able to customize it with the colors. I'm a big Winnie the Pooh fan, so Winnie the Pooh was my little avatar representative here. So we're going to go the salon route because, again, like when you see Patrick, the first thing you think of is, oh, Patrick, a salon owner right there, right? Nadia, would it work with Kajabi? Yeah, we can actually grab the embed code, I believe, and put this on any website. So if you have like a Kajabi, if like your website is made on Kajabi, I'm like 90% sure. But I'm also going to try to get you off of Kajabi over into my platform because it's a lot more than just Kajabi. But yes, 100% Kajabi. Okay, so and like I said, WordPress, Squarespace, Wix, this bot code, we can just grab the embed code and put it on just about any place here. So Vinny from Tucson, hey DJ, hey girlfriend, I miss you. Keep you I know you're out there in Shawnee, right, doing the medical thing. So thanks DJ, always love seeing your videos online. So you're going to come here and you're going to want to book an appointment, right? So you're going to come over here, start a new chat. And yes, it's made in Kajabi. Okay, Nadia, I got you here. So you're gonna come here. It's like, I need to get my hair done. So, so for those of you that wondering what's going on behind the scenes, so over here in another window, I have my CRM up because this is connected to a CRM. And as soon as somebody starts a conversation like this, a record is created over in the CRM side, okay? Because remember, the whole goal of this entire thing is to get people to book appointments, okay? So right now, I can look over here in my CRM side and I can see a record's already been created. I don't have any information about the person yet, but a record's created, and through this conversation, you see I'm going to fill out that record with their information. So great to hear. When do you want to book for? So I have trained this bot to make it the goal. The goal of this bot is to get appointments, okay? Whenever you're doing these AI bots these days, you set it up with a particular goal to give it the guidance, because what happens is you can feed it all this information so it can answer all these questions, but the main goal of the bot in this case is to book an appointment. The goal of your bot may be just something different, but with most people that hire my agency, it's to get more appointments, okay? So right away, it's asking, when do you want to book for? I'm like, hold up, wait. I need to ask some questions first when I think about this before I get on your calendar. And so I can come over here and I can ask it, for those ladies who are on here or guys who go to a salon, feed me some questions here in the chat, either in the YouTube chat, Facebook chat, or Twitch chat, about things you would normally ask a salon person or a front desk of a salon before you booked them. Let's say we're going to a brand new salon, okay, and you want to ask questions. I'm going to ask them something, very basic here. Do you do haircuts? That should be a very basic salon question, right? Do you do haircuts? Now, I have this built in. I have a built-in delay here to make it seem more human. For the purposes of this demo, I changed that delay, I believe, to 10 seconds in our software. But normally you would have it be a little bit longer, and that's what gives it a little bit more human. I mean, if you start typing something and it shot back an answer right away, you could tell it was a bot. So we're not trying to pretend that it's not a bot, but we're trying to give it a little bit more human effect. So what you see here is, yes, we do haircuts. Our salon's been providing amazing haircuts for 18 years. Now, how did it know that? It knew that because I trained it on my website. So if you have an existing site, like Nadia has a website built in Kajabi. Nadia, if you have a bunch of information on that website, one of the things that we do is, when we set this up for you, is we actually feed it your website, and it goes through and it tries to suck in as much information as possible on your website. So if your website says something like, oh, we were founded in, let's see, it's 2025, 18, someone do the math for me. We were founded in, that would be what, 20, oh, come on, 18 years. 25 minus 18, it'd be 7, right? So if you were founded in your case, if you said my business was founded in 2007, it would actually pick that up and it could give a response like this saying, yes, we've been doing this for 18 years. But again, remember, it's gearing me back towards the main goal, which is setting the appointment. Okay. So, what about hair coloring? And again, often I was saying earlier that you need to build up a text file to train your bots. In addition to the text file, we can also feed it your website. So if your website has your list of services on it, we do colorings, we do stylings. Wine Doctor, my man, joining. Norris, I see you. Vinny, everybody. Oh goodness, I'm getting more people over on Instagram than I normally do. So here we go. What about hair coloring? Yes, we do hair coloring. Our talented stylists offer a full spectrum of colors. Want to book an appointment? You see the wording there? Did you catch some of that clever wording? A full spectrum of colors? Come on. That's a pretty cool bot. You got to drop a high five in the comments if you think what that bot just said was pretty cool. A full spectrum of coloring. And I usually ask pre-qualifying questions to make sure the person fits my offering. Let me see if I can get that on the screen here for us. I usually ask pre-qualifying. Yes. And we could actually do that, Nadia. We can actually do things. What you're going to see here as I get towards the end, when it's time for me to see the booking, I can feed it more questions for it to ask. So in my particular case, over in the CRM, I would have like custom fields like you have that has qualifying questions. Do you have the money? Is always a good qualifying question for coaching. What are your goals? Are you ready to move now? Or are you kind of just kicking the tires? That kind of thing. Now, I don't want to talk too long because the bot will time out. But I think I have the timeout set pretty well there. Okay, cool. Accountability, a wellness, accountability, and fitness coach. So a fitness coach would be perfect for this because you could give it all the things that you're good at and all the things you're not good at. For example, let's say you're a fitness coach. Let's say you're a salon owner and you know what? You really did like the 80s, but you think very much the high top fade has gone out. But somebody comes to your website and they want to know, can I get a high top fade? And yes, for those of you wondering, back in the day, Patrick I didn't have a high top fade because I was in the military. I had like a medium top fade because in the military, if I had that kid and play thing, that would have looked absolutely ridiculous. No, Patrick had more of a medium top fade, but let's say if that's coming back in fashion. I want to know if this salon does that. So I can ask it, do you do high top fades? And for those of you that don't know, a high top fade is when the whole kid and play thing. I'm not even going to explain it. Okay. I haven't had a high top fade in goodness gracious, I don't know how long. But what you can do, I guess what I'm saying here, and Nadia, one of the things you can take advantage of here is you could give it things that you don't do, which is part of the pre-qualification, right? Pre-qualification oftentimes is asking, as much as what people don't want or what you don't do versus as much as you do, if that makes sense right there. So sometimes even pre-qualifying questions can be answered in the negative, which helps you qualify the person. Okay. So I have fed this website some information that we don't do high top fades. Okay. And it knows that. So it says, nope, we don't do that. And then I can come over here and say, okay, cool. But you handle basic pixie, let's see, basic pixie cuts. I don't know, cuts and coloring, right? Pixie cuts and coloring, right? Coloring, right? Now, you're probably wondering how in the world I was able to train this bot because Patrick does not have a salon website. I cheated a little bit, I have to admit, and I went and I had it scrape some information from some other salon websites here in Oklahoma City to train it. Okay, so oddly enough, you can actually feed it any kind of content, whether it's a a text file or whether or not it's somebody else's website. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? Yes, we handle basic pixie cuts and coloring. Our stylists have over 35 years of combined experience. Ready to book appointment? Okay, before I book the appointment, is anybody watching the live show? Let me get this comment over here, Nadia. I want everyone to see this. Yes, this is the comment that Nadia talked about earlier, that I usually ask pre-qualifying questions. Make sure you always ask pre-qualifying questions, especially for those of you in the coaching and consulting business, okay? Very good point, Nadia, right here. So do we have any other questions of our bot before we actually go through the booking process? I'll give you guys a couple of seconds. And this is the part where I should have played, some Jeopardy music or something like that. I want to know if you help me test the bot, okay? We have a couple of minutes here. Drop a question here for those of you that have hair. What's special about your hair that we can ask it or what do you look for when you go to a salon that you want to make sure they do or that they don't do um, before you actually book at a salon? I'm trying to think myself. And again, it's been forever since I've been to any kind of barber or salon. My haircut is done in the bathroom sink post shower. It was done like half an hour, 45 minutes ago. That's where Patrick does it. But Nadia, what you were saying here about the fact that you're a wellness and accountability coach is we could very easily train it on your website if you had the parts of wellness listed that you wanted to get answers for, or the parts of fitness, because maybe fitness coaching is just the basic muscle building, fat loss, nutritional kind of things right there. As long as that stuff is very explicit on your website, this bot can learn from your website and help you book appointments. So no questions here for the bot on the stylist. So let's go ahead and get our appointment booked, okay? And this is the part, Nadia, you're going to like, because this is the part where we kind of go into the appointment booking part. And you can say, yes, I'm ready to book coloring. Oh, long, very wavy hair. I want my hair looking sharp from upcoming speaking engagements. Booyah, Nadia. I saw that too late. We're gonna go ahead and go to the booking. But of course, Nadia needs to look good. I can even see your little picture there, long, wavy hair. So I'm ready to book a coloring. So hopefully the bot will come back now and kind of walk me through the booking process, okay? Now, there's one thing I'm not quite sure of, because I've been playing with this particular bot so much in this browser. It may already know who I am, but I'm hoping it doesn't. And I'm hoping it'll treat me like a brand new customer. Oh, by the way, one of the things I mentioned, that if you get this with the CRM that we sell, this entire conversation is stored over on the contact record in the CRM. So if a stylist gets an appointment in this particular case, they can go back and they can kind of see all the Q&A that was going on between the client and the bot before the person comes in. So this conversation isn't going to be lost, okay? It's going to be stored on the contact record here. So yes, I'm ready to book an appointment. Coloring. Okay, what's taking you so long here? But this is always the fun stuff with live tech demos, right? Is technology can go wrong. Or maybe do we do this? Yes. Ready to book an appointment? Yes. Let's just try something simpler. Yes, I'm ready. Or let's get sarcastic with a little bit. Hello. Yes, I'm ready. Maybe I didn't understand the coloring part without it. So we're going to be impatient. And just so you know, in the world of technology, in my world, this is a very basic bot. There are some other ones, very, very fancy ones out there that will even like detect sentiment and detect like if the person's getting mad or aggressive and change the tone accordingly. Or will alert the human being that that a human being has to get involved in the conversation here. So look at this. What's a good cell number? Okay, good. This one is going to treat me like a brand new customer. So my cell number, if I had Vinny's cell number off the top of my head, I would put that in here. But Vinny, sorry, don't have your cell number. So it starts gathering information. And I've actually rearranged these questions to get the most important ones first, just in case for some reason someone abandons the chat. So when I was initially playing with this, I actually had it set up to get name, email, and phone. And then I thought, well, what if I can only get what's the priority order of this information? Okay, cell phone, so I can call them or text them. Okay, and then after that, it would be the email address, and then after that, it would be the name. So I rearranged the questions in that order. So cell phone first, like I said, so I can call them or text them. And then from there, I go into the lower priority things. So if I did my job right, the next question should be, what is your email address? Insert Jeopardy music here, or show some fireworks here, All kinds of cool stuff. Did I make sure I put in a phone number right too? Oh, and then by the way, the chat bot, again, just as a reminder, the chat bot is smart enough that it's storing this information over on the contact record. So they're becoming a prospect slash customer inside of my database. Okay. 405 555 1212. Okay. I think it's just, maybe I'm just impatient, is what it is. 405 555. Did I get that right? Is that a good phone number? 555 1212. Or maybe the bot just hasn't had its coffee yet. Okay. I'm going to go over here on my side and check my technology. Make sure that Mr. Bot is okay. Just training. Is it not? What's taking so long, Mr. Bot? Let's try this again. 405 555 1213. Maybe there's a conflict with the previous phone number. I don't know. Either way. Oh yeah, I've got several of those phone numbers inside my thingamabob here. So let's hop back over to this record. Oh, excuse me. I just want to make sure the tech on this side is working okay. SMS. Oh, and by the way, this chat function right here, where you can have this conversation back and forth, this works on multiple platforms. No, when I was testing this before, it worked without the country code. I mean, I might try that, but normally you don't have to. I also want you to know that this works on multiple platforms. So you're seeing it here on web chat. This also works in WhatsApp. This also works in text messaging. So if somebody had texted the salon on your, on your pretty fancy schmancy cell phone, man, I wonder if I broke the bot. Somehow. I don't know. But let's try adding the country code. Normally you don't have to add the country code, but let's 405 850 1111. Maybe I can get impatient. Hello. Let's see what happens if I get impatient with the bot. So what I was saying is this AI technology these days works on multiple platforms. So it doesn't really matter if it's a text message or a WhatsApp or an email conversation. This stuff can go two ways on multiple platforms. And what it can also do, which is really cool, is you can jump from one platform to another. So let's say for some reason you jumped into you started a text message you started a conversation via text message, and you came back later and you picked it up via a WhatsApp or email or something like that. It will know, as long as it has your information, it will know time prediction. It would know who that was. So Nadia's question here, I'm going to reset something really quick because I may have beat this poor bot into submission. I'm going to answer your question here in just a second, Nadia. I'm going to delete all my test records because I may have just tested it so much that I keep putting in the same information over and over and over, and I have displeased the bots, and we do not want to displease the machines. Okay, they are going to take over someday, and we want to make sure that when the machines take over, we are very loyal and we keep the machines happy, okay? But I did see your question, Nadia. Let me answer that here in just a second. Dismiss. Let's make sure I get all my test data deleted. Okay, so we're going to come over here and restart this real quick. And so let's answer Nadia's question, though. Would it make sense for a coach to have an application form instead of an appointment booker? Maybe, and I'll show you why. Because Nadia, what you're talking about is you and I are basically in the same business. So everything you're asking here, I've had to deal with. But let me come over here and restart the bot really quick and say, I'd like to make an appointment. So let's skip all the other stuff here. Love iRobot movie. Oh yeah. If a matter of fact, if you love the iRobot movie, you should definitely go read the Isaac Asimov books behind it with all the basic laws of robotics and things like that. So that's one of the things I really encourage people. If you really like a movie, man, go read the books for sure. Am I right? Am I right, my fellow sci-fi people? So we're going to let that over here. I'm going to answer Nadia's question. So Nadia, what I do in my case is I have both. So in my workflow, when people want to get on the phone with me, and this has happened recently, I get a lot of text messages and Facebook DMs saying, "Hey, call me." I'm like, "No." "Hey, let's set up an appointment to call tomorrow." "No." And so I send them through my process. And Nadia, what my process is it's a two-step process. One is the onboarding form, which asks all their contact information and some very basic questions. One of them being, are you just looking for information, or do you have a budget and you're ready to get started? Okay. And this is all information. This is a form I design, and I've designed it many times for other clients. And then after that, it takes them to the booking page. Okay. Remember how I said earlier, you want to get some information from them in case for some reason they don't complete your checkout, or they don't finish your thing, whatever it is. Okay. Then at very minimum, if they don't even make an appointment, at least then I have their answers and their email address and their phone number. Okay, I broke the tech. Let's try this again. I'm going to come over here and make sure that Mr. Bot is completely happy. You know what? This is like one of those things where I tested it and tested and tested it for you guys to break it, and it didn't break at all. And then, of course, I fired this up. I broadcast to thousands of people across the internet, and of course, it's going to make me look like a fool. So that's how I do it, Nadia. Is I basically have a qualification form first, and then I do the appointment booking after that. And by the way the appointment booking works is it's very much, for those of you that are familiar with Calendly or Schedule Once or something like that, it works just like that. This bot is smart enough to, number one, go look at your, you know what I'm going to do? See, it's going to be kind of hard. So this is what we're going to do. Anyways, it's one of those things where I want you guys to see the completed process. I don't want to abandon this. So let me see. Let's do this. Let's say file, edit our qualifications questions over the bot. They could be, they're not. Let's come over here and clear history. Let's clear all the caching first. Clear all history, today and yesterday, all history. Let's clear the cache first and then do this again. Yeah, you could have the bot do it. I'm just more of a form person, because on a form, I get more control because I can have drop downs and radio buttons and things like that. Okay, so I prefer the form kind of qualification versus the bot qualifications. But yes, you could. It also reduces the number of variables where things could go wrong also. Okay, let's try this again. Any other question? Okay, there we go. Yes, I'd like to book an appointment, please. And that thing with time protection, yeah, I've actually had to do that. And these days, I actually don't even schedule a call with someone unless they go through my process. And I kid you not, this happened this week where a lead came in on my website. When do you want to do? Okay, cool. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to pick this up where we left off before. Sorry about that, people. Let's say I want to book one for next week. Okay. So it'll start narrowing down the options here. And again, every time I give it an answer, it's going and looking at my business rules I've put on the calendar, and then it also is connected to my Google Calendar. So if this was a salon, it would be connected to the salon calendar, or maybe the calendar of the stylist. What day next week works best for you? Let's try Monday or Tuesday. Let me come over here. Sure thing, Nadia. I'm really glad you tuned in. Like I said, this is going to be part of my presentation, and it's on my, you know what? I actually have it on my, hey, I'll just eat that microphone right there. I actually have it on my calendar, like a number of countdown days as I prepare for your presentation, Nadia, so thanks. So we've got openings on Monday, 30th September, 2024 at these times. Okay, this is pretty cool. This is looking pretty human to me. So let's say we're going to book at 9 a.m. And notice I can type it in like a human being. I don't have to put in 9:00 space a.m. I can just put in, I should just be able to put in, 9 or 9 a.m. right there. And then what I'm going to do is, so that's going to be Monday at 9 a.m. we said, right? And again, all this whole conversation is being saved over in the CRM contact record so I can follow up with the person. What's your first name, please? Okay, now we're getting into the actual information. So we're going to use Nadia's name. So my name is Nadia. This is the way I'm expecting it to work. And again, so I'm over here looking at my calendar. So we said Monday the 30th, right? So Monday the 30th. Is it on the calendar yet? Nope, not quite yet. What's a good email address so I can send over the information? We're going to say Nadia at my website, stopdoingnothing.com. And either it has the phone number or it's going to ask me the phone number here. And again, all this is programmable of what information goes in what order, what's required, what's optional kind of information. Come on. And what's a good cell phone number, please? Okay, we're going to say 405-556. Let's see. Did I get a good phone number in there? Oh, I should have put in a good email address also because it just mails me the appointment card like everything else. So it should come back now because it has all the information. Say, hey, your appointment's booked, okay? Are you hinting I need to cut my hair? Not at all, Nadia. Not at all, girlfriend. But I'm going to come over here and refresh my calendar. What do we say, 9 a.m.? September 30th, 9 a.m. Let's go the next day, next week. Come on, refresh. Come on, go to my contact records. I'm just looking for it just to be 100% sure. And boom, there it is, 9 a.m. Central. I got my phone number wrong. Silly Nadia, I got your phone number wrong. So there it is. So I didn't have this set up to show you the CRM side as much as well as the side. But this is what's happened in my multiple screens. Number one, Nadia's contact record over in the CRM has the entire conversation, and I've got her cell phone number, and I've got her email address, okay? I also got a pop-up on my laptop because the CRM is connected to my Mac notifications. I've got a pop-up on my laptop over here that says, new appointment booked by Nadia, okay? And then I will probably have some emails I will have some emails letting me know there's a new appointment booked. And then Nadia, because I have Nadia's email address, is also going to get notifications and reminders, okay? This is all a combination of the CRM and AI and what I call marketing automation. Marketing automation allows you to do really cool stuff, like when a particular event happens inside your marketing or on your website, you can predefine the steps that lead up to it. So in this particular case, what's going to happen now is I believe at 9 o'clock. So you have 9 o'clock, you have Monday at 9 o'clock. What my system will automatically do is 24 hours before that particular time, it's going to send Nadia a reminder, okay? And then I think I have it set up to maybe be 8 hours before, and then 1 hour before, she will get an email reminder and a text message. And you can predefine all those reminders also. And if you're ever having a problem with people, appointment show up rates, if you will, that's how you do it, is you get enough reminders in there for people, or you can start throwing in, confirmations of appointments right there. But you can remind people. And then what's really cool also is I can then go to the appointment and I can mark it as showed, no showed, canceled, abandoned. So you've got post appointment follow-up you can do. So let's say that Nadia showed up, we did her hair, she was amazed with it. I could afterwards, I could click that Nadia showed, and then the system would send Nadia an email basically asking for like a Google review, right? Or asking to make the next appointment right there. So as soon as I go in the CRM, and by the way, all this can take place on my phone also. As a matter of fact, I wonder if I can show that to you on the phone real quick. Yep, here we go. So Nadia's appointment. So here it is right here. So let's go back to our regular screen setup right here, right? Oh, not that one, not that one. Let's go to this one right here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this or not, But Nadia has an appointment right here, okay? September 30th at 9 a.m., okay? So that's what shows up inside your CRM and the mobile app. By the way, our CRM has a mobile app also. And then what I could also do is I could also go to Nadia's record, and inside of Nadia's record, I'm going to see, make sure I can find it here. Inside of Nadia's record, I have the actual appointment. So there's the actual appointment right there inside of her contact record. And of course, I could bill her and charge her from the CRM and from my phone right here. And I don't believe this is here. Oh, yeah, right here. Over in the CRM also, I can go and I can see the entire conversation that we had here. And what's cool about this is you see that thing at the bottom which says opportunity created. For people that are coaches and consultants, what you can do is, because you can manage your opportunities with the CRM, is it will actually create an opportunity inside the pipeline. So for those of you who have any kind, almost any business really, but let's say coaching, consulting, anything like that, you basically manage a pipeline of business, and you keep track of how much people might possibly pay you in the future and where they are in the closing process. Because you have people in the beginning of your pipeline who have very basic interest, all the way up to the people that are this close to buying. What that did right there is it created an opportunity pipe in my pipeline. And I do this a lot with my coaching, Nadia, and my consulting, is if somebody's interested, I get all their information before we have our very first prospecting call, but they are in my pipeline, and the more we talk and the more we qualify, I move them further down in my pipeline. So that created not only an appointment on the calendar for us to talk, it also created a new opportunity in the pipeline. And in the cases where these are like web meetings, it also makes sure that in the appointment, the Zoom meeting link is also in there. So you don't have to remember anymore about sending people their Zoom link. Okay, it's just automatic. It's pretty cool. And to take it further, because Patrick is super nerdy, is I use Fireflies for my meeting transcriptions, and Fireflies looks at my calendar, and whenever there's a Zoom link on my calendar, the Fireflies AI bot knows to automatically join the appointments. So notes are automatically taken. So if for some reason Nadia wanted to hire Patrick, and Nadia got on the and Nadia set up an appointment with it, as is in our Zoom meeting, this Fireflies AI bot records the voice of everyone in the meeting and then does a transcription afterwards, but then gives this really cool AI summary, including a list of what each person said they were going to do, what the general topics were that were covered. And so it does this whole thing where it says Nadia's, you've seen how AI transcriptions work, Nadia said, Patrick said, so it's word by word transcription, the AI summary in the middle, and then at the bottom, you can actually click play and listen to the entire meeting. And that's automatic. So these days, when I do any kind of consulting calls, paid or free prospecting calls, the AI bot is in there taking my notes so I can be more focused on the person. It used to be that I would sit here a lot with my iPad and my pencil there at the top, and I would be furiously taking notes. Well, now I don't have to. I don't even have to take notes anymore. I just look at the camera and I talk to the person, and I do my job as a consultant, and I pay attention to it, and then I just get a meeting summary afterwards, and the other person gets a meeting summary also. So it's just really cool the way I run my meetings these days. It's just so much more efficient. So, does anybody have any questions about what AI is capable of and not capable of? Sorry that the demo took so long. The AI bot, I must have just beat it over the head, because normally that won't happen, because normally you're going to have different people coming in. I think I jacked it up by the fact that I was using the same browser over and over the past couple of days to book appointments. And after a while, it's just given up and said, I don't even know what you want anymore. But that would not normally happen, because you're going to have, hopefully hundreds of different people all over the world booking appointments on your calendar. Look at that. I said it's going to be till 9:30, and I apologize that it took a little bit longer. But in the future, I will be doing some more technical demos on the show. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, go over on YouTube and subscribe. Number one, I love the pop-up. But number two, that's the main way to get notified about other live shows that we do. And we are doing these 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. U.S. Central. And this is our first technical one, so we'll kind of vary back and forth between, tactical kind of calls and strategic kind of calls. Up until now, for the past couple of months, it's been all strategic, but we're going to get more into the tactical side of it. Man, thank you, sir. Up in what was it? It was up in Tulsa. Is that where it was, Brian? Up in Tulsa? You're just outside of Tulsa, isn't that right? And interesting that you joined with your other account today, your SCPM Media. What does SCPM stand for? SCPM Media. I don't remember you ever joining with that account. Cool. Nadia, you are welcome. Thank you for tuning in. That was just luck there. And like I said, you are on my calendar, Nadia. And this is pretty cool. I have a countdown timer until when I speak for your group. And you want to know how long it is? This is how precise I like it right here. It is 21 days, 22 hours, 7 minutes, and 46 seconds, Nadia, until I speak for the Chamber of Commerce, I believe. Right there that you were talking about. So I've got it on my calendar, and I'm already writing my presentation up until then. Okay, it's Aubrey. Oh, I'm sorry, Aubrey. I really thought it was somebody else. I apologize. But cool. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Yeah, we did, and I just emailed you the other day, also, Aubrey. I apologize. I thought it was somebody else because in the beginning of the chat when you said LFG Pat, there's somebody else that basically says that watches the show regularly, and I thought it was somebody else, Aubrey, so I apologize, man. But hey, everybody, thank you for watching the show. Like I said, subscribe on YouTube, share the show, and if you know anybody who needs more appointments or something like that, please do me a favor and send them over. If you ever want to become an affiliate or a referral partner, I pay very generously. And so even if you can't use this and you're in a business that complements mine, I'm always picking up new affiliates and new referral partners so we can kind of refer each other business. And then when someone buys, I pay you bank. And if they buy one of our monthly plans, I pay you bank monthly. And who doesn't love monthly money? So Fridays, I'll work on Fridays, Friday 9 a.m. show. I'll make it good for you. And everyone have a great, great day. And drink your water. Please drink your water and say something nice to someone today. I love every single one of you, and thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Have a great, great day.